All right, welcome everybody to New Mexico Desert Classics. This morning we're out here with Tony and FIAT, the 1971 Fiat 500 Lusso. Tony moved to New Mexico from Aviano, Italy, and the time has now come to get rid of the Fiat 500. So, Tony, tell me a little bit about the car.
This up in Italy. Bought it. It was a hand-me-down from a grandparent when they passed away. The grandson fixed it up, got it running, and put it up for sale. Didn't want to sell it, but we got it, and it was a lot of fun driving this thing around in Italy. We drove around in Italy for about a year. Got to tour all the sites out there with it, and now we have it here in the States, and we've lived our life with it. We wanted to try and pass it on to somebody else here in the United States. It's very rare to see one of these in the United States, and I mean, you take it to car shows and things like that, and
oh yeah,
there's crowds everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So so I'll tell you, I totally understand. When I lived in Italy, driving Luigi as my daily driver, any day that I wasn't riding my vintage Italian street bike, road bike, it's a totally different vibe here, right? So for the viewers, the town that Tony and I live in is about 7 miles from the Air Force Base where we both work. In order to get to work, you drive down Highway 70, which is affectionately known as the Holloman 500. So I can distinctly remember driving Luigi completely maxed out, fourth gear, about 100 kilometers an hour. So I'm doing exactly 62 point something or other. And a tractor trailer passed me and involuntarily moved me lane to lane just with the air. And yeah, I quit driving it. It's as fun as it is. I quit driving it. And, being a father of 6, I really don't even like to take my kids out in it very much. There's no seatbelts in the back. And even just around town, about 10 years ago, we had this guy who had an old highboy that he had built, hot rod, gorgeous car. And he got clipped while turning into Sonic on a cruise night, got clipped, it flipped and killed him. And, it's like, but, Luigi will always have a place in my garage, but I totally understand if you're not, where we live doesn't make a lot of sense. I could see, if you lived in the big city and, you've got a itty bitty parking spot and you only drive down to the bodega, 100%, I'm all over it. All right, so thanks for telling us about it. We're gonna take a little walk around the car and show everybody what it's made of. All right, so just doing a quick walk around. Obviously you can see this car shows very well. It has been painted. It's got some along the bottom, it's been for lack of a Italian word for it, it's been rhino lined and painted over, so it's got some texture to it. No major blemishes on the car. It's got the proper towel bar overrider. It's got the the proper hubcaps, and working our way around to the engine. This is very, very clean. I don't know how well the shadows are going to work with us this morning. Extremely clean engine compartment. Nicely. I mean, it's all stock, but nicely. I don't say that as a bad thing. Post painting, it's been, all the tabs are there for the wiring, replacement muffler, which is a good thing. Just very, very, very well sorted car. Up underneath, it has been undercoated, so it's kind of difficult to tell what life it had, but it shows very well. Obviously there's a few little blemishes on the car, but that's what a driver car does. Door card popped just a little bit. So the reason I'm pointing out the flaws in the car is this is likely to be a long distance sale, right? Nobody in, well, I shouldn't say this, but it is highly unlikely that someone in Alamogordo, New Mexico is going to be looking for a 1971 Fiat 500L. So I want to point out the negatives, because honestly, when you look at the car, until you really start looking, you're going to see the gorgeousness. You're not going to see the little stone chips that are in it. But selling a car online is really stressful, because no matter how well you do at showing the car, the buyer's gonna love it when it comes off the trailer, and then they're gonna start seeing things going, well, you didn't say this. Well, pictures speak 1,000 words and video speak 1,000,000. So, giving you a really good look at this car. I absolutely love the color. I meant to look it up. Obviously, it's going to be something Arancha.
Pulsitano yellow.
It's
Pulsitano yellow.
Pulsitano yellow. All right, so it's a giallo, not an Arancha. But in fact, you know what?
Can I pop the hood?
Yes, please. Let's pop the front trunk here. Definitely easier than Luigi's.
You may have noticed the door panel.
Yep, they're a little short.
It's a little damaged, but I have the replacements for it.
Oh, okay, so it's got replacement door cards. All right, so 80s vintage BP Auto Shop, safety triangle. So this is a cool feature. This is going to be your spare bulbs in there. Good spare tire, battery down in there in the correct position. Everything about this car. So this is very common on just about any old car, right? This is going to be your brake fluid reservoir. And that is going to be decades of brake fluid leaking. But let me get you a good shot here of the VIN plate. Looks like it's in the correct position. Luigi's has actually been moved about 1/4 inch, which is hilarious, because I understand it being moved on a car that was painted. I have no idea why it was moved on a car that was never painted. All right, so you guys have seen the car. I'm obviously going to be floating this out on quite a few Fiat 500 and Classic Fiat Facebook groups. So this is standard Fiat door closure. There you go. I never, with a light door, I never really want to wrench on it. And yet if you don't, it goes, yeah, not really. All right, so this, let's talk import. This has been imported correctly and it's got now a New Mexico title.
It does.
All right.
It's got all the original Italian paperwork that come along with it too.
That is awesome. So that is one of the frustrating things Tony and I were talking about earlier, is when you're connected with the military and you use the NATO process to buy a vintage European car, they pull the plates and destroy the plates, and all you get is photocopies of the original paperwork. But at least you get that, right? But it would be so cool if it was still running the number plates. But it is what it is. We get a pretty good deal on being able to bring these back. All right, so I'm going to throw this out there. So contact wise, Tony and I will talk about how much information he wants to put out on the video. But if you're interested in this car, please reach out via Instagram on NM Desert Classics on Instagram Messenger, and I can provide you some more information. Anything else you're looking for, we can get you photos, videos. Price wise, so the market for these in the US is really hard to track. Personally, I think this is about a $15,000 car. You'll see them go for more, but with the market being as small as it is, because there are so few of them, it's very difficult to set. So Tony's going to be asking $15,000 for this car. If you're interested in it, or if you'd like to make a reasonable offer, please reach out and I'll put you in touch with Tony, and you guys can take it from there. So with that, Tony, thank you for for bringing us out here today. You know, Desert Foothills Park is a fantastic location, a great venue. I bring my middle school cross country team here to run. But most of all, just thanks for bringing the car out today and letting us take a look at it. I really appreciate it.
It's been fun.